thank you so much for joining us here this evening to learn about a very exciting opportunity called FlexKom. It's my privilege this evening to introduce our guest speaker. Some of you on the line already know him, but for those of you that don't, let me give you a brief introduction. This gentleman has certainly no stranger to the network marketing space. He has been in the arena of network marketing for more than 30 years. A sound businessman, general contracting is his background. He has been the president or vice president of 3 direct sales or network marketing companies in his career. He's, his last company he owned and operated in Japan for 5 years. And he incubated that company, was the CEO. That company is still in existence today, doing over $160 million per year in the Asian marketplace. His current endeavors have been working with a company called Enagic, a very solid leader there. He actually built and opened the EU for that company. The last 4 years with a company called Asia. He was one of the very elite ranks of Triple Diamond on the advisory board member. And he also took that company into the EU. He was very happenstance, ran into this company called FlexKom, immediately saw its potential, and is now the newly appointed CEO of the U.S., Central South America, and the Asian market. And we will be launching here in the U.S. With no further ado, let me introduce you to the new CEO of FlexKom, Mr. Carl Roller. Carl, take it away.
Thank you very much, Bobby. I appreciate that. Well, folks, I'm very excited to be talking to you today. We have an opportunity here to really be an expansion to an existing, well-proven network marketing opportunity. It's really more like a direct sales company, though, I will tell you, because this is very different than probably anything you've seen before. This is heavy on the direct sales side. We have a limited number of reps that we will sign up in any given area, and in the U.S., it's no different. We will have a limited number of reps that we sign up here. We have a limited number of vendors that we will sign up. But let me give you kind of an overview of what we're trying to accomplish here. Our goal is to create a network of small businesses. We got a lot of little static on the back end here. If you could just
I'm taking care of that right now, Carl.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So what our goal is, from a corporate standpoint, is to create a network of small businesses, which is really the backbone of the free enterprise system here in the United States. It's the backbone of the economy here in the United States. 80% plus of all the sales that happen here in the United States happen in a small sales environment. So we're talking about your daily needs. We're not talking about the big box stores. We're talking about where you shop every day, where you drop off your dry cleaning, where you go to lunch, the small hometown restaurants, the massage therapist, the dentist, all of the places where you go on a regular basis in order to service and get services every day. This is where most of the sales take place. So, and unfortunately for this group of business people, it's also where the most erosion is happening as a result of e-commerce. As e-commerce improves, as e-commerce grows, then it begins to erode the sales potential of these small brick-and-mortar shops. And so our goal is to create a network which allows them to actually have the buying power that they are looking for. And when I say buying power, I'm talking about customers. Because at the end of the day, that's what everybody is looking for, both from the small business and big business arenas. The big box stores are looking for customers. The small guys are looking for customers too. But if we can aggregate all these small businesses together as one network, and we accumulate all of their customers together as one network, then you've got a major force out there on the buying public. So here's what we do in order to accomplish that. You've got to have 3 components that work very well, and each of these 3 components have to feel like they're winning in the transaction. And that first starts with the customer. The customer's got to feel like they're getting a good deal. Secondly, you've got to have a retail shop that feels like they're getting a good deal out of it. And thirdly, you have to have a rep like you and I that are also feeling like they're getting a good deal out of it. We're still getting a lot of background noise. If everybody could just mute your phone, that would probably be best. Somebody's moving around. I can hear a lot of background noise. But at any rate, those are the three areas that we're going to talk about today. And that's the three areas that we at FlexKom are focused on. And we do this by providing an app. And this app, and if you've got a smartphone, you can download the app, and we make it very easy to do. Our terminals that we have are QR generators, QR code generators. And when you have when you become a rep for us, you will have your own QR code. And so people can become one of your customers simply by downloading the code. So we make this very easy to do. I mean, you could literally get 100 people in an evening at a party, just having everybody download the app onto their phone. But for those that are out there that don't have a smartphone, we also have a card. That's a smart card. And you can do the same basic applications both on your phone or on the card. But here, most people have smartphones today. So we're going to talk about how do you win as a customer using your smartphone app. When you download this app, you're now able to put in on this app things that you're looking for, things that you want to buy, services that you want to have or get. And you just download them onto or put them onto your phone. So, for example, let's say that Friday nights I want to have pizza, because pizza night is Friday night at our house, and we watch the ball game together. So I've got pizza on Friday night. I need to get a haircut. I need my shoes. I need to go to a chiropractor. And you put in whatever it is that you're needing this week. And you will only get offers from people in that field in your area that have deals. So unlike Groupon, for example, where you're getting all kinds of offers for things you have no interest in, as a matter of fact, half the time you end up just deleting it because you don't have time to look at them all. But it's not ads that you're not looking for. These are things that you're looking for in your local area. And you just simply download the voucher or go to for example, the restaurant. You could click on the ad. You can look at reviews and see if other people that have gone there like it or not, and you can see what the deal is. Okay. And as you use these network stores that are in the FlexKom network, you're going to save money. Now, this money comes in the form of Flex dollars. So, for example, if you go to shop at a shop that, say, has a $20 purchase and you're going to save 10%, that 10% or $2 shows up on your FlexKom account as 2 Flex dollars. Okay, so you're going to pay all $20 of it. The $2 comes back on your app as Flex dollars. Now, as you accumulate those Flex dollars, you can use them like real dollars anywhere you go. It's almost like having a debit account. So, for example, let's say you have 1,000 points or 1,000 Flex dollars that's on your account, and you need to go out to dinner tonight, and you decide to go to a FlexKom shop, a FlexKom restaurant, and maybe they're not having a sale tonight because it's Saturday night, and they're busy Saturday night, so they don't have any discount. But you go there anyway, and you have dinner for you and your wife, and it costs $100. You can use 100 FlexKom points to pay for that. You don't have to dip into your pocket to use any of your cash. So as you accumulate these points, the other great benefit that you have is that you can accumulate points towards our loyalty program. So the loyalty program is the best loyalty program on the planet. This is not one of these things where you're going to get a pen or an umbrella or a camera that you're going to have to pay for and you probably never use because when it gets there, it's not so hot. No, what we're giving away, when you reach 1,000 points here, we're giving you a flat screen TV. You get to 20,000 points, we're giving you actually at 10,000 points, we give you a trip for 2. You get to 20,000 points, we give you a kilo of gold or a set of Louis Vuitton luggage. You get to 50,000 points, we're buying you a Mercedes-Benz. And when you get to 100,000 points, we're buying you a house. That's the 300,000 points. So we're giving you the best things on the planet. Now, here's the great news. You don't have to spend any of your Flex dollars to get these. So this is not one of those things where you have to accumulate 1,000 points and lose the 1,000 points getting your flat screen TV. That's not the way it works. We're going to monitor your account, and as these people that are customers begin to use their account, even if they've spent 900 points, they only have 100 left, but they've reached the benchmark of 1,000. we're sending them the flat screen TV. So it's a huge plus. Actually, when they initiated this in Europe, sales went up by 3 times. So this is a huge factor for people. Now, one of the other great things is if you have a card, you can let everybody in the family use the card. If you have an app, you can have everybody in the family using the same app to build up these points even faster. Because, in Europe, where we've matured the organization in some countries, I mean, you can buy your gas through this, you can go to the dentist through this, you can get your hair cut. I mean, there's virtually no service or purchase that you can make where you not use FlexKom Rep or FlexKom Shop to get it done. So it's a win for the customer. They're getting local discounts. They're able to build those discounts to a point where they can get loyalty card membership to great prizes that they can accumulate over time. The other great thing about it is I'm living right now in Las Vegas. So I've got my list on my phone in Las Vegas. If I get on a plane and I fly to New York, when I land in New York, I'm getting those same offers from FlexKom Shop in New York. If I fly to Munich, I'm going to get the same offer from shops in Munich. This will work globally. It's geocentric, and we own this technology. Now, the next person that needs to feel like it's a win is going to be the shopkeeper, right? He's got to feel like it's a win for him. So this is a real simple question. When I go to a shop to talk to them about it, I'm going to ask them simply, how often do you talk to your customers? And they're going to tell me, well, whenever they come in is when I talk to them. So your communication is limited then. And they say, absolutely. And I'm going to say, well, let me ask you this. How you talk to your customers when they come in, what kind of a loyalty program do you have for your customers? Well, we have a fishbowl right here, and we just put their cards in the fishbowl, and we choose one a week, and we give them a free meal or whatever it is. And that's their loyalty program. And let's face it, small shops don't have the ability to do a loyalty program because it's just too expensive to manage. And thirdly, I'm going to ask them, when your customer shops somewhere else, how much money do you make? And, of course, the answer is no money. So we're going to solve all three of these problems with our FlexKom solution. And the way we do that is the shopkeeper is going to buy a terminal. The terminal is going to cost around $500. This is a full-service terminal. It takes the FlexKom card right now, and it takes it in any way you can deliver it. For example, if you have it on your phone, you just get near that terminal, and it registers that you have it. If you have the card, it uses near-field communication. It's a QR code reader. It is a barcode reader. It uses infrared. It uses every way you can use a terminal. It works on a battery. It works on Wi-Fi. It works on direct cable. Any way you can use it, it works. So they're able to now, and this, believe me, it's so important because this is what really differentiates us from everybody else. It locks the merchant into our system. Now, that's going to, as I mentioned, it's going to cost about $500 to get that, and then they can buy apps or cards. And we preload these apps or cards with $3 on each one. So the cards, for example, will cost $2. So we're giving them $3 on each card. So he can charge that $3 to his customers for getting the loyalty card or for getting the loyalty app. And it's real simple for them to do because we've got this terminal that's sitting there right next to this cash register, and he can ask everybody that walks by, just like you do at Vons or Ralph's or any of these shopping stores. When they ask you, are you a member? Are you a Vons card member? Are you a Ralph's loyalty card member? And you're going to ask the same question as they walk through the process. And if they say no, you say, great, well, you would have saved this much money today if you were. But I'll tell you what, there's a QR code right on the machine. Just download that. And if they say, well, I don't have a QR reader on it, no problem. Here's the app to download. Take it from my phone. And when you download it, you're going to get the QR reader included. And once you got that in, you're now a customer of mine. We're going to show you where to go on the website so you can get all the information. We'll have a nice trifold brochure that they can read to find out how they can win a car or a house or other perks. And so they're excited to become a member of your rewards program, and they're supporting their local community, their local shops. And you'll be able to tell them when this takes place, that we have, 1,000 shops, 2,000 shops, 600 shops, depending on where you are and how big the general area is, how many shops are already included in the network where they can support the local economy. So they can sign up their customers very quickly. But here's the great part. They can communicate with their customers in 10 seconds or less. And here's how they do that. In their back office, they can go into their back office and then record a video of themselves using their smartphone. And as they record the video, it now is delivered to every single customer that they've signed up in the form of a text. And when people get a text, the average person reads a text in 8 seconds. And when they get that text, they're going to open it up, and it opens up as a non-buffered video. And this is our own technology that we own, that we're able to do this. And this is very, very cool. And I've seen this working myself. I've been to Germany. I've seen it working. It's fantastic. I'll just give you an example. Let's say that I'm a restaurant owner, and I have Carl's Fish Restaurant. And, I don't offer discounts on Friday nights or Saturdays because, we're all booked up on those 2 nights. But Sunday night is different. Monday is different. All right? Monday is really slow. So here's what I do on Monday. I record myself down at the fish market at 10 a.m. in the morning. And I say, this is Carl from Carl's Fish Restaurant, your favorite fish restaurant. And I'm here at the fish market, and look at this Chilean sea bass that just came in. It's amazing. And tonight it's going to be in my kitchen, hopefully on your plate. And if you come in tonight, make your reservation, you're going to save enough money you can buy dessert. And click. And that immediately goes to all 1,000 of my customers that registered at my restaurant, or 2,000, or however many it is. And not only does it go to them, but it also goes to anybody else in the area who is asked for information on going out to dinner tonight. So that enables me to reach other people in the network wanting what I have to offer. So the customer or the vendor now is going to have the opportunity to get new customers, is going to have an opportunity to keep his existing customers. So from a customer retention or customer acquisition standpoint, this is phenomenal. I mean, let's face it, if I got a call, I love Chilean sea bass. If I got a text from my local restaurant, which they never text me and they never email me, but if they did, and they told me they had Chilean sea bass, I would be all over that. I would be there in a heartbeat. So this is a great tool, and guess how much this costs them. Now, there are services out there that do email systems and other systems like that for stores like this that cost hundreds and even thousands of dollars a month. But we're giving this to them absolutely free. They never have to pay for it. There's no monthly. They just have to, get customers and use the terminal. That's it. So they're winning because they now have a loyalty program for their customers. They're winning because they have an ability to communicate with their customers in a way they've never been able to do it before. And thirdly, when I ask them, how much do you make when your customer shops somewhere else? They say nothing. Well, here, if a restaurant signs up 2,000 customers, those 2,000 customers are going online to FlexKom, because we're going to be marketing to them. We're going to let them know that we have Flex Deal, we have Flex Call, we have Flex Hotel, we have Flex Holiday. We have all kinds of things that they can use in our mall, at our site. But in addition to that, anytime that they want to go shopping anywhere else in the network, regardless of where they are in the world, if they go to a FlexKom shop, they're going to get paid. And so what happens is if I've got 2,000 customers out there and they're just using it minimally, I should be making at least $1 a piece per month. That's $2,000 a month. So it ends up being a very, very lucrative thing. So what we've done is we've taken a typical expense and turned it into an income. This has worked out so well in Europe. We have some of these vendors that are making $50,000 a year off the use of their card members only. You want to talk about a way to get customers? There's a gal in Europe that didn't have very many customers, opened up a hair salon, and she's put a kiosk in front and started signing people up for the card alone, telling them about the benefits of the card. And she had so many customers as a result because, remember, she could communicate with them at will anytime they wanted. And she was able to build her business very rapidly. And we can do that every day with new people as they start their new businesses, but more importantly, with people that are already existing that are hurting because the economy or technology has left them behind. They're now back in the groove, back in a money-making situation. So now it's a win for the customers. It's a win for the retail stores. Now it also has to be a win for us. You and I are interested in building the network, and this is a limited time deal. And let me just give you an example. If we as FlexKom have 20,000 reps in the United States, and each rep gets 10 retail stores that signs up, that's 200,000 stores. If each of those stores gets 1,000 customers, that's 200 million customers in the United States. We're done. So we don't need that many. It's not like we're going to be sponsoring global team members here 5 years from now. This is not like Amway, where 60 years later they're still sponsoring people in the United States because they're falling out so far and there's so many in the back that we need to refill the front. That's not the way this works. This is more like being the first people out there to put in cell phone towers. You know, first guys that did that made a fortune because it's only going to happen one time. The first guys to go out there and put merchant account terminals out there made a fortune. Many of them are retired a long time ago because they were making small amounts of money on every transaction that took place in these terminals that started not that long ago, but you can't even imagine doing business today without those terminals. I mean, almost everybody takes cards or takes payment by credit card. So we're really in a position to be the first company that is able to take advantage of this mobile commerce, because that is the key. If you're going to unite small businesses to compete against e-commerce, when e-commerce is not going away, how do you do that? You got to give them a bigger gun. And that bigger gun, if you will, is mobile commerce. And by all accounts, mobile commerce will be bigger by far, not 1 times, 2 times, but 5 times bigger than e-commerce, because people are using the mobile app to do everything. And we've already gotten an award in Europe. The company watched us for over 2 years before they gave us the award as being an outstanding, innovative company for the mobile commerce area. And we've already gotten that award. We've been nominated for the most innovative company in the world. We do expect to win that award, and that will be granted to us in Malaysia in November. So we're on the right track. We're right in the wheelhouse of where this future is going with regard to commerce. And what we want to do is include the small businessman in that. Now, where you win is because you're in it early enough that you will have the lion's share of the business that's done in the United States. Now, how many shops do you want to have? Well, let me tell you a reason why you want to have one. And you're probably wondering, well, where does the money come from to pay for all this stuff? And that's a great question. And this is kind of one of the reasons why you want to get busy at getting these retail establishments involved. Let's say that as a restaurant that I'm offering a 10% discount to the customer, okay, if he spends $100 or more. So as a customer, I come in and I spend $100 on a meal, I'm expecting to get 10% back in the form of Flex dollars. So that's $10. But whatever discount goes to the customer, there's an equal amount that goes to FlexKom. So in this case, if 10% is going to the customer, 10%, another $10 would be going to FlexKom. So the net result is that the restaurant owner would be getting $80. Okay. Now what happens to the $10 that FlexKom gets? Out of that $10, FlexKom is going to take $4. That's what we use to run our business and to pay for the incentive. That leaves $6 left. Out of the $6, the store that signed up that customer. So if I was a restaurant, I signed up a customer, and they went to another restaurant and did this transaction, they would have gotten $10. My customer would have gotten $10. FlexKom would have gotten $10. FlexKom keeps $4, $6 paid out. Now, I was the restaurant, that customer, I had 20% of that $6. How much is that? That's $1.20. And where's the rest of the money go, right? There's still $4.80. Another $1.20 goes to the global team member, that's you or me, that signed up that restaurant. And then the rest that's left, right, because we've only spent $2.40, so there's still $3.60 left. That's paid out to the comp plan, depending on where you are in the compensation plan. So it's a very lucrative plan. Now, when you stop and think about this for a minute, in the illustration I just gave you, where we have 20,000 reps who get 10 retail establishments, 200,000 retail establishments with 1,000 customers each, you've got 200 million customers. Now, when you have millions of customers in your organization, how much spending does it take before you're making enough money and you're making these kinds of commissions? I mean, it's staggering. Our number one income earner is making over $600,000 a year, and he's done it in less than a year. And 97% of that is coming off card usage, because in his country, we no longer allow anybody to sign up into the comp plan from a network marketing standpoint or direct sales standpoint. In Austria, we're only signing up less than 500 people for the whole country of Austria, because we don't need any more than that. So in this country, we need 20 to 25,000 active members who are going to get it done. And those 20, 25,000 people will potentially have 200 million customers underneath them who are purchasing at FlexKom shops. Now, we're hoping that obviously you're not going to stop at 10. But if this restaurant that I just gave an example of was making $50,000 a year, and you know, off the use of their customers, you would be making the same. So how many restaurants do you want to have? If you have 10 restaurants, they all do the same. You've got a pretty sizable income coming in, and that's just off of what you did personally. But let me give you another illustration. Let's say that this is for income purposes alone, just to give you an idea how it works. If you went out there and sponsored 6 stores of some kind, and they each got 1,000 customers each, you have 6,000 customers. If 6,000 customers are out there, you've got the ability, let's just say each one of them just does one purchase like the one I just gave an example of. That's $1 a month, right? So that's $6,000 a month. Now, if in turn you had signed up 10 reps, right? Excuse me, let's do 6 reps, and they each signed up 10 retail establishments, and they each got 1,000 customers. You're looking at 60,000 customers just underneath your first level of distributors. Now, you're not going to make the same that they make. You're going to make a little bit less, but let's just say you make as a minimum 20 cents on each one of those purchases, just one 20-cent deal from each one of those. That's another $12,000. $12,000 plus $6,000, $18,000 a month, and we haven't even gone past your first level. And we're only talking about 60,000 reps or 60,000 customers. So, excuse me. So you can probably see how this could end up being huge. Now, our company goal is to have 500 million customers by the year 2016, and we can do that very easily. To give you an idea how fast this can happen in Turkey, which is where they started. They wanted to start in a market that was forgiving. When they got the terminal and we've got a much better terminal now, but they started off with a much more simple terminal. And in Turkey, they use not apps, they use cards, because very few people there have smartphones, excuse me. And so it was done primarily with a card. But in 5 months, they signed up 13,500 shops. And keep in mind, only one shop in 5 even has internet, right? And they signed up 4.5 million customers. So, I mean, it is just going unbelievably well there. And now we've expanded into 10 other countries in Europe. So the potential here is really unlimited. And then when you take the fact that from here we're going to go to Asia, South America, and so many other markets, it leaves those of us to get involved here a tremendous opportunity. And what's great about this is once you've gotten the network set up, you're done. This is not like a typical network marketing deal where you bring in people and they're usually in a buying club mentality where they're just trying to do their auto ship themselves. They really don't have very many customers, if any at all. Here, it's the exact opposite, extremely the exact opposite, because we're going to be all customer-based. And what ends up happening is your customers never go anywhere because they're happy. And we'll be innovative. Every month we're coming out with new ways for them to save money, for them to make money. We have ways where people can call. Our Flex Call, for example, you can call Europe for 30 minutes, and that's like $3. I mean, it's ridiculously cheap, cheaper than Skype, and you don't need the internet to do it. So we've got some incredible deals out there from the standpoint of ways for this to function for you and to be a benefit to the customer. But our basic foundation of our compensation plan is that we have a yield level. So you can sponsor as many people as you want online. You start off making 5%. The maximum you make is 30%. And then in addition to that, we have our car bonus program. We have the best car bonus program, I think, in the industry. You have 12 people in your organization, you qualify for a car. And, initially I'm going to just pay you the money for the car, but ultimately what we'll do is we'll give you a voucher. And you rent the car for a month. So if you qualify this month, we'll give you a voucher to get you a rental car for a month. And at the end of the month, if you don't qualify, you take the car back. You don't owe any money. We don't owe any money. So we don't want to tie you up in some long-term lease that you're going to be unhappy with. So you can rent a car every single month. And they love it in Europe because during the summer they rent the convertibles, during the winter they rent SUVs. And what happens is as you move up rank, the amount of money that we use for that rental car increases dramatically. We also have country bonuses. Country bonus starts as sales director and moves up from there. And it starts off at 1%, goes to 2%, and then 3%. To just give you an idea, in less than 6 months' worth of work in Turkey, we had 5 people that generated over $400,000 in country bonuses alone. That is paid annually. It's figured monthly, but paid annually. We pay it out in January. That gives you the whole year to figure out what to do with the money. Instead of giving it to you in December when you're probably going to pay taxes on the whole thing. So we have a great country bonus program. We have a great car bonus program. We have great incentives that we'll be releasing next month that will blow your mind. I mean, these are as far as I'm concerned, the best in the industry. We also have additional ranks that you can achieve. For example, we have what we call city coordinator. If you get to sales director, you're the first person in your zip code or area to do that. You will be considered for the position of city coordinator. City coordinator gets a 5% override on an area of approximately 100,000 people. That, if it's a fully matured area, should amount to $25,000 to $30,000 a month. That's extra in addition to commissions that he or she is already generating, and that is regardless of downline. They get paid that on all the business in that area. Period. Now, work required. You're the first line of defense on a customer service basis. So you're going to be working for that money, but it is significant. And then we're going to have state managers as well. They get a 2% override of all the business that's done in that state, and you will go through qualifications to get to that. Now, what does it cost to get involved with us? It costs $200 for your kit. There's a $200 annual renewal, and there is $2,000 that you have to buy or sell in order to qualify to be a global team member. Global team member means that you can sign up retail shops, not just here, but anywhere in the world that we're open in. What you get for that $2,000 is you get 100 cards or apps with $2,000 value on each of them, or not on each, but on total. And we're going to give you, at the beginning stages, one of the benefits of getting in now is we're also going to give you a terminal, which is, like I said, over $500 value. So you get that included. So that's a $2,500 value. And that is all commissionable. We pay out 63% commission. That's inclusive of country bonus. That's inclusive of city bonus, state bonus, regular compensation plan, car bonus as well. So 63% is a very generous payout. I think anybody would agree with me there. But we've got, I think we've got an opportunity here that we will generate incomes that haven't been seen in network marketing in a long, long time. And I think it'd be hard to duplicate it because when you actually do the math on this, and we're not guessing about whether it'll work or not because we've already seen the success, but I believe that we will easily accomplish the goal of 500 million customers in the program by the year 2016. If each of them is doing just $50 a month, that's a $300 billion company, and commissions will be paid out on all of that. So it's significant. It's a great opportunity, but it is not a marathon. This is not a 2 to 5 year plan. This is a sprint. This is one of these things where you want to, it's all out effort at the beginning, massive all out effort at the beginning, but the rewards will be for years and years to come. And it's truly basically what I would say walk away money, where if you build an organization of 10,000 retail establishments in your organization, and out of those 10,000 you have 10 million customers, there's nothing that's going to stop this from coming in for you. I mean, this is a home run. You can walk away and go do something else because your requirements are done. There is no monthly requirement here. There is no auto ship. We will have some additional things that if you want to participate in, we would encourage it from a marketing standpoint. We've got some tools available that we're going to make available that will cost you some money, but it'll be insignificant by comparison to the benefit of what you're getting here in the overall. But we feel that this will be one of the biggest companies in the world, not just the biggest network marketing company. We'll establish that very, very quickly. But our goal is to be one of the top 5 or 10 companies in the world. That's our goal by 2016. I know it sounds lofty, and it truly is, but after you spend a few days looking at what the potential is for us here, I think you'll see an easy path for us to get there. Share the opportunity pointed out for you in short, quick explanations, but hopefully it makes sense to you. At least you get an overview, but the great news is that as you qualify as a global team member, you also qualify for a 2-day training, which will be held here in Las Vegas. And our first one will be in September. We're going to do a red carpet event here in August. This is invitation only, so you need to get to the person that asked you to be on this call to see if you qualify. This event was not for tire kickers. It's not an opportunity meeting. This is really a strategy meeting. At that event, we'll be showing everyone what we're doing, what our plan is, how we're going to execute it. You'll see your PowerPoints, you'll see your mechanisms, and all the things that you have to do in order to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. We'll give you a 30, 15, 90-day plan. All of that will be shown, and we'll also have an open house here where we'll have a social here at the office. We have 10,000 square feet here in Las Vegas, and it's a premium office. We also have 15,000 square feet in Switzerland. We have about 25,000 square feet in Germany, and we have about 45,000 square feet in Turkey. So this is a very serious concern. We have 70 programmers that work for the company. The company is, every time I talk to the main office, they've got new things that we're going to be offering, new apps, new availability. So we've got the creative talent on board ready to go. I want to thank you for your time and your attention. As you can tell, I'm losing my voice. But Bobby, I'll turn it back over to you.